Good morning, welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. My name is Joseph, and today I'm here with Dion. We're going to look at the price of Bitcoin, and then Dion's got an excellent trade for us on the central lands. Now, if you like gaming coins and metaverse coins, then the central lands is one of the top ones up there. So it's in any case something to hold on to. But all of this is connected to Bitcoin. So, Dion, what is happening with Bitcoin?
Hi, good morning, guys. Okay, let's start quickly with market indicators. US dollar. So we had a good run on the US dollar. It's now run out of steam and made the first bearish candle there. But there's high impact news today, later this afternoon. So I don't know if this move was planned. We'll see now what happens today with the news. So if it's good news for the dollar, dollar goes up, everything else goes down. But at the moment, yeah, and if that news is bad, dollar goes down, then that will be great for our Bitcoin trades, and altcoins will then shoot up. So at the moment, first bearish candle here on the dollar, and you can immediately see how everything just relates to the dollar. So the Nasdaq there has then immediately made one bullish candle. The gold has made a bullish candle. The money flow into the altcoins has made a bullish candle. The altcoin perpetual has, Bitcoin has one bullish candle. So it's just insane how everything correlates to the dollar at the moment, which really makes you think that this market is just really so rigged. It shouldn't be that exact. Anyway, let's have a look what's happening with Ethereum quickly. So this is on the weekly, still just absolutely going sideways. So both Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think, are getting ready for a massive move. It could be because of the news this afternoon or tomorrow, but they're both being squeezed. So something big is going to happen, up or down. So Ethereum at the moment, we've lost that 1300 level. We're still above the 1250, so just waiting to break up there. And then Bitcoin, so Bitcoin, remember the past few days we've been looking at this, I think longer, even since last week, we've been looking at this ascending triangle, which is this pattern. It's actually a bullish pattern because you're making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and eventually it breaks through this resistance level. But what worries me is, so this is on the 4 hour. So we've broken down here, but I personally think it's probably just a fake out, and we're going to break back up. But I'll show you the levels that we're watching, the key levels. So that 19,000 to me is a big level. If we go under that, then the bears take over and we could drop who knows how far. This demand zone here, where we've been finding support, there should be support there, but if we keep on hammering at it, it could eventually break down. So I don't know if you've been watching YouTube and Twitter lately, people are very, very negative, and everyone's calling for Bitcoin down to 15,000 and 12,000 and some even 7,000, that the support isn't going to hold. But for now, on the 4 hour, if this is a fake out, if we stay above the 19, I think it's just a fake out. We're going to break back in and start going up. But what does concern me now is this exact opposite pattern is now on the weekly on Bitcoin. So this is let me just zoom in there. So this is what's happening. So this is a descending triangle, and these break down to the bottom side because they're making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, keep on hammering to the downside, and eventually they break down. So that's a bit concerning. And it's also on the daily, same pattern. So on the daily we were trading in this downward parallel channel. We haven't broken out of that yet, but you can just see that same little pattern is right there at the bottom of Bitcoin as well. So it's a bit concerning if this pattern plays out. It could also be a fake out. No one knows. So definitely I think this is playing out to the news that's coming today. And also you can see this price is just being squeezed. So it's difficult to say where we're going from here. If one looks at the 1 hour, normally you can start looking at the wicks and see where they're trying to get people to enter positions. So at the moment, it looks like there are more wicks to the downside, so they're trying to tempt people to open shorts, and we might then just break completely to the upside, break back into that triangle that we were looking at on the 4 hour, and have a massive run to the upside. But let's see, no one knows what's going to happen there. On Mana, so on the daily on Mana, I just wanted to show you how far we actually from the last high. So it's 850 odd percent that we are from the high. So Mana is really absolutely rock bottom and a great buy now for a long time hodl coin. I just marked out this is the lowest low that Mana has ever made, and from there, when it hit that level, I measured this, it was 100% move back up to the top there. So if we do come down and hit that level, or maybe just a little bit lower, I expect a massive spike for Mana, but in the meantime also just slowly going sideways. So that would definitely be the support line here, is at 62 cent. Depends what happens now with Bitcoin, if we're going to go back down and come and hit this level or not, but I wouldn't get into this trade. So we've been trading under this trend line here, so we'll wait to break through there. And also we've had a lot of support resistance from this level. You can see that's where we stopped originally at 70 cent, and yeah, we first got supported by it, and then support eventually broke down, and then it acted as resistance. So I like these lines where it's in the past often acted as support and both resistance. So it's a strong resistance line this. So we'll wait until we just break out of this trend line here. So if you see how it happened last time, it just shot up. So you have to keep an eye, put your alarms on Mana here at 70 cent. And as soon as we break that 70 cent mark, I would enter there, and then you could target this just the previous high. So the first one would be at 6%, but I would definitely expect way more than that. So my first target would be this one here, which is 16%. So I wouldn't sell, close out, do stop loss, nothing until we've hit the 16%, and then wait for it might bounce back a little, hover around that, but eventually break through and start going up, and I would then put my stop loss at that level. Then the next target would be this one here. So you can see there's a big imbalance here. The drop was too quick, so they always pretty quickly come to recover like they did with that massive imbalance candle. You can see how quickly they came back in the past to reclaim that level. So this will be a quick run up to at least 0.5% of the imbalance area here, so that's 34%. And from here you just following it up with your stop loss, following it up, and the real target would actually be at least that one. There's a 50% retracement on this. If Bitcoin starts spiking, this is going to happen very, very quick. Or as I say, it's so low that one could actually just hold it, buy and hodl it for your 50% profit, then put a stop loss. But this is a good trade and a good buy at this price, for sure. Mana at 60 cent is just insane. It's come from $5.30, so it's really a good buy either way, and I think a good trade to at least run for 50% and then sell your stock and get into something else, or just hold. That's it from me, Joseph.
Yeah, I love Decentraland. It's a foundational coin for the whole metaverse. So it's just a matter of time. Everything is moving in the right direction for the metaverse. 2025, a lot of those metaverse coins are going to 10x and 20x. So 50% on Mana is actually nothing. You could even buy Mana and say, I set my target at 100%, and you're gonna get it fairly quickly. So yeah, that's awesome. I'm also excited about how Bitcoin is holding. I watched yesterday's show and talked about all these major companies, how they're tanking and they're just falling through the floor, but Bitcoin is holding on. So and this shows us the strength of Bitcoin and how steadfast coin is. There's also a lot of people that are scared of this dollar going up so high that dollar might plunge at some point, and then what then, you know? So people get scared to keep their money in dollar. So it might not be a bad idea, since dollar is so strong and Bitcoin is so low, to switch your money from dollar over to Bitcoin. And I'm even thinking about that. More than 50% of my portfolio is in dollar, and then the rest is in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I'm thinking maybe I should put more of my dollars into Bitcoin as I trade. Hey guys, thank you very much. We're gonna be back again. We're gonna look at. I made here a list of. I looked at this guy Lewis Jackson. He made a list of 8 coins that will more than 20x. And he's got a strategy. He buys these 8 coins. He's got a coin that goes 70x. He's got a coin that goes 116x. Another coin 83x. And he is all his predictions. And he explains how he comes up with that predictions. So he's going to look at this list of 8 coins. And he reckons if you buy those 8 coins, your money is going to 10x, 20x, 30x in a fairly short amount of time. So if you like hodling and buying some coins, this is what we're going to do in the next session. And then in the session after, we're going to look at a finding of Steve from Crypto Crew University. Now he reckons that in May 2025, we're going to hit the high of Bitcoin, or it could be a little bit later than then. We're going to see 416% gains, and Bitcoin is going to hit $90,000, and he believes that's going to be the high, and then after we hit $90,000, then it's going to be a massive pullback again. And so it's a very, very good information, and I'm a big Bitcoin holder, so it's very important for me. Thank you, Dion. See you in the next session.
Great, guys. Thanks. Yes, see you just now. Cheers.